Welcome to DMT Sessions with Isaac and Pim, live and direct from the ether, observing the matrix from above, helping you navigate the system. It's time to unmatrix yourself. Time is now spiral into spiral out.
Welcome to DMT Sessions, Divine Masculine Terra by Unmatrix. This is our first official episode, hosted by me, Pim the Great. I'm one of the founders of Unmatrix, but I'm not alone. We will introduce the rest of the members later on. But I think it's divine timing to start this podcast, because there's so much going on currently in the whole world. We need to address some things. So actually I had in mind for the first episode that me and other members will have like a short background for you guys about who we are and where we came from. But I think it's not really necessary for the time being, because there's too much other things that's way more important than who am I and who are we. It doesn't really matter at this point in time anymore. But I can give you a little bit about it. So, me being Pim the Great, I'm from the Netherlands in Europe. And my history my background started mainly in the entertainment industry. And that's where I started to see some funky ass stuff going on in this world, which made me eye-opener to whatever else could be going on in the world that is totally messed up. So I can basically sum it up as saying I knew about Pizzagate before that term was used on the internet. I'm not gonna go into details, but that is one of the main reasons I turned my back on the whole entertainment world. And another thing I like to add to that is that, like I said, I knew some kind of stuff already before the internet hyped it up. And it also goes to my own awakening, whatever you want to call it. I did not really experience awakening. I was born with just some extra senses and more knowledge about my past lives than the majority has. But as I grew older and became a teenager, that got basically numbed down by society, schooling, whatever. Then around my 20s, it came back up due to everything that I was experiencing around me. But enough about me. What the hell is going on in the world, man? Let's talk about that. These times are super interesting. I saw something like this coming before it came. I'm talking about the pandemic, scandemic, but that it speedballed this quick, I was hoping it would not get to that point, but here we are. Like I always said before, maybe maximum around 5% of the world population is somewhat awake, right? Or conscious, aware of the whole world and what kind of sphere this is, what kind of realm we're living in. Maximum about 5%. And I do not believe in a great awakening. And all those people that have been claiming there will be a great awakening, so far has been disproven, that's a bunch of bullshit. Because look around the numbers of the people that are getting vaxxed. It's ridiculous. Now I'm not gonna get in too much details about these jabs, because of course I don't want to be flagged on the first episode or banned, but let's talk about the whole idea behind it, right? The whole theory. Why is this happening? Let's focus on that. And that goes multiple ways. There's multiple things tying up together, making this the perfect time for them to try out, to see how far they can get it. How far can they kick it? So first of all, why are they doing this? Well, no matter if there's a virus or not, that's a whole different topic, but the solution that they have, right, is to introduce technology in your body. Transhumanism. For what reason? To get to the point of posthumanism. Because they don't really like humans. They're like robots. A robot, you can give an order, and it will do and execute that order if it's programmed like that. Now, what are they doing right now? They are programming you. They are programming your kids, your children, and everybody around you. And they are succeeding to a high level, really. Because look around you, how many people do you know and see that are really acting goofy right now? It's all coming to light. You can see the true colors of most people around you right now. It's hard to hide behind, anything, because people love to be outspoken, but now there's data and more data coming in, and we can see the facts for what it really is. And that being said, the majority of these so-called awakened people, woke people, gurus, they all worship the false light. And their skirts are getting pulled. It's getting very obvious. They've been lying for all these years about things, and now again, when this whole situation started, end of 2019, so many predictions, and look where we are right now. Doesn't add up, huh? At least for the majority, not. But then the so-called conspiracy theorists, they are often right. Because this is not a theory. This is a conspiracy. And here's my personal belief. I'm not gonna say things that I'm not sure of and act like I know, unless I really know. But when it's a belief, I'm just calling it a belief, right? So for me, it's a belief. And I don't believe this is gonna be depopulation. Because they actually want people to be alive, only they want to control people fully. So they're creating this new world order, right? Countries are coming together. And to talk about that, what I find really funny, at the beginning of this situation, 2019, 2020, we had the UN, the WHO, the World Health Organization, and Bill Gates always speaking out, right? Then suddenly, when these jabs arrived, they're silent, quiet. They go to the background. All the producers of these jabs, they are in the front. All the mainstream media, and everybody has an opinion. They all talk. But where are the ones that started this? Makes you wonder what they're busy with, right? Because they try to merge not only humans with technology, they are trying to merge everything. Merge, distort, and invert. What's right is wrong, what's wrong is right, what up is down, what down is up. That's why we have all these cancel culture now, woke groups. They're all trying to destroy the old normal for the new normal. From the old age to the new age. Then if you look at astrology, the calendars, there was something really interesting going on last year. Because if here in the West we use the Georgian calendar, right? But if you compare that with the, for example, Ethiopian calendar, then the year 2020 is 2012. And the whole Mayan calendar ended when? by the end of 2012. Around that same time in December, we had in South America a total solar eclipse. Now, what you have to understand is that these elitists, they're into astrology, right? And into symbolism. So what they always do is they use what you can see and what they are believing and thinking and merge them together as symbols. So while they are like showing you planets, astrological events like a solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, full moon, whatever, from just the occult knowledge, these moments give a certain frequency and they work like portals. So they use these astrological events or symbols for their own agenda. They use those moments trying to manifest things. They use those moments and symbols to speak among each other, adept to adept. So if you are in the mystery schools, if you're an adept, you're part of the gang, let's put it like that, right? You might be able to understand what they're referring to. But the profane, the sheeple, the masses, they have no idea. They're clueless. They see these symbols, they see these events, and think, whatever, entertaining, grab me a beer, when is the game starting? I have to go back to work, blah blah blah. Sheeple life, right? But those who study this, like me, us, Unmatrix, we know a little bit more about that. And we know that when the sun and the moon merges, that stands for something in the occult. That's like Isis, the moon, merging with the sun, Osiris, to give birth to Horus, the new sun, the new dawn of a new day. Dawn of a new day. Now, if you understand this concept and know that means a new epoch, a new age, a new moment in time, and they want to evolve humanity, right? They want to change humanity in their way so they can control us better. How they do that? Transhumanism. What is the divine time for them to do that? At the new age. When are we entering the new age? Most likely last year we started. The age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius, of course, doesn't just go over in a few days, few years. It's an age. With that being said, they have a long time to really develop and enroll their whole agenda. And I just said Georgian calendar, right? But actually, I mean Gregorian. Sorry about that. Also, something for the new listeners to know is that I have dyslexia and sometimes I have the wrong word choice. So please don't pin me down on everything like that, but focus on the concepts of whatever I'm saying. Thank you. So at this moment of time, at the beginning of this new age of Aquarius, it's like the Twilight Zone. It's like we're in between worlds, and it's kind of funky, kind of spooky. With that also being said, we need to make a decision. Get right or get left. Get vaxxed or stay organic. Merge with technology or remain pure. choose technology or choose nature. The philosophers of fire versus the waters of fate. Now, I can make a whole episode about just those last things. But we will get into that a little bit later. But basically it comes down on the people that are always thinking versus the people that are feeling. Mind versus heart. Brain versus heart. Who do you trust? Do you trust the science? Or do you trust nature? Are you God-fearing or God-loving? Or you're an atheist? This will define how you are currently living this life and what will be next for you. And we from Unmatrix, we are not escape artists. Unmatrix does not mean escape the matrix. Let that be clear. We came up with this name because we are experiencing outside the matrix. We go off grid into the astral, into the higher realms, into higher dimensions, experience whatever we experience there, and bring that knowledge back in the matrix so we can navigate properly through the matrix for soul evolution. And our mission is to help everybody that gives us a listen, follows our pages on social media, check our YouTube, whatever, to help you evolve yourself to your higher self, to use your capabilities that you did not know you had. That's a matrix. So when we say unmatrix yourself, we mean master yourself. Unfuck yourself. Be the best version you can be. Not in the meat suit, but as a being. Not per se a human being, but as energy. Because that's what you are. You are a source of energy, a vessel that's filled up by the all-knowing. You're just a contribution of it, but you matter. They say Black Lives Matter. We say Black Matter lives. Now, if you understand that, you understand what we're working on. Alright, so this being the first episode, I actually want to keep this kind of short, but there's a lot of topics I want to get into with all of you. For example, who are they, right? Who is the Illuminati or whatever you want to call it? Then also, what is in these jabs? What does it do? What does it represent? So not only the concept of what it meant to do, but what will it physically do? Okay? Then other concepts, I love to talk about astrology, occult wisdom, Kabbalah, Rosicrucianism. That's, for example, some things I'm personally very interested in. And along the way, you know why. You will find that out. Plus, I would love to hear from all of you, for those who still stick with me. Okay, what do you like me to talk about next? What is the next episode of this? Plus, of course, I would love to introduce Isaac into the next episodes and Kaya. And we're gonna do this on Matrix podcast, hopefully a long time. So if you like this, please give the like, add it to your playlist, depending on what platform you're listening to, subscribe, and make sure you stay tuned. And comment, let us know what you think of this, and what will be the next step for us. Thank you. Peace.